Good evening, everyone. This is Mitch with SC Weather. Hope y'all been having a good day. Check it out. This is the radar imagery out of North Alabama. It is coming down. The snow is falling. It's more than just flurries, too, guys. So the snowy side of the storm is actually, I would say, overperforming. So as we start this video, if y'all hadn't hit that subscribe button, definitely hit it. We're getting into the winter months, and I'll stay very active. All things weather here in the southeast, and I live here in South Carolina, but I talk weather throughout the whole southeast. So here we are. You got this wraparound moisture that's funneling in with this cold air that is really getting going. And I tell you what, some of the short range models has definitely picked up on this, but this is more than pretty much any short range model has shown. This is a good bit of snow that is falling, and it's getting nighttime around this area now. Here in Alabama and Tennessee, and even now parts in Georgia, and it is actually sticking. In fact, we're going to try to zoom in here, and hopefully this works a little bit for me. But this little town right here called, and forgive me, Alabama folks, I might not be pronouncing this right, but Arab, A-R-A-B. I mean, that's the only other way I would think to pronounce it, Arab. But I've seen pictures all over social media around this area off it looked like a band of snow that was coming off maybe a lake up here that was really enhancing the snowfall, and the ground was completely covered. It looked like they had a solid inch of snow. And this is in Huntsville. This is south of Huntsville, well south of Huntsville too. So a lot of snow falling in this area this afternoon and evening, and it looks to continue to linger as we look up here. Let's flip to Atlanta here. And Atlanta, so you folks, even in the Atlanta area, I'm sure you're getting some drizzle out there right now, but especially northwest of town. I really think Atlanta, just in general, is going to see some flurries flying around this evening. Call that a win in a situation like this. It's the last day of November. We're not even in December. It's a pretty big deal. You've seen flurries anytime before Christmas time. For me, it's a win when you see flurries. Forgive me if y'all hear my kids in the background. It's bath time in our household, so forgive me for that. But you got some heavier snow. The returns aren't showing up very well here. I probably need to flip to another radar here, but there's really no point to it. But there is some heavier snow falling up here, and I really think some flurries are really going to some accumulations are going to occur here in North Georgia. And actually, these areas, I'm going to show it here in a second, are under a winter weather advisory. But I'm going to show you a Knoxville radar. This includes areas like Knoxville, obviously, Gatlinburg. It is thumping up here. It is pouring snow. Here's Gatlinburg right here, Pigeon Forge. It's been snowing in areas in like Uber Gatlinburg and things like that for all day, for most of the day. It started this morning up there. Of course, Uber Gatlinburg, I believe, sits at 3,000 feet, much higher than Gatlinburg. Gatlinburg sits at around 12 to 1,300 feet, I believe. So it starts snowing up there in higher elevations before. But even in kind of the area between the Tennessee Plateau over here, the Cumberland Plateau, I believe is what y'all call it, and there's an area of lower elevation right here that's just always gets kind of screwed, if you will. Chattanooga, I hear a lot of folks in that area just always gets kind of left out with snow. But in this Knoxville kind of sits in it. But off of radar, I haven't seen or heard much out of the Knoxville area today, but I imagine it's snowing in that area. Maybe not a lot, maybe not accumulating, but nothing really east of the mountains right now for sure is really falling. We'll flip over to the Greenville Spartanburg radar. I don't think there's a lot going on. You're not going to really see any, yeah, and as you can tell, there's not a going here. But check out these little area of moisture trying to escape. These are what you have to watch out for. I don't think you're going to get any flurries in South Carolina, but you never know. But I really think if there's an area where we're going to see flurries escape containment east of the mountains, you're going to see that probably in the Triad and the Piedmont of North Carolina later tonight. A lot of people will miss it because it'll probably occur well overnight when the snow really starts cranking in the mountains. But a lot of snow has the potential to really fall in the mountains overnight. And I tell you what, we're going to talk about more of this probably in tomorrow's video maybe, or just in the next couple days. But I'll tell you one thing here. It's shaping up to be a really wintry week, our next couple weeks here in the southeast, especially in the mountains. But it's probably going to be kind of hard to zoom in here. Maybe we can click on this and see if we can get a closer up view. Again, my internet is kind of slow. I look to improve that in the future. But check it out. Winter weather advisories north of Atlanta, but not very far north. Like I said, Atlanta areas, maybe even Athens, Gainesville for sure, are really going to have a chance. And check out the moisture coming up to see some flurries. But areas in North Georgia, parts of Alabama under winter weather advisories. Then you've got the winter storm warnings in the ridge of the mountains for sure. But we're going to look at the NAM real quick. And honestly, I'm going to use the most aggressive model as far as snow. Honestly, because let's face it, the most aggressive model is not even good enough for this event. It is really overperformed, especially in northern Alabama. I'm just very surprised at the amount of snow that we're seeing. And check out these little streamers as we get into 7 p.m. tonight. And this would be, what is this? This is like 6 p.m. So this is around kind of now for that area over there. But look at these little streamers and flurries escaping containment here in Georgia. So I really think, maybe even down here, I'm not ruling out anything, honestly. You can look at this all day and say, hey, there's no way it's going to snow in south central Alabama. But I wouldn't be surprised to see some flurries breaking out in Auburn or something like that. You just never know. We're going to watch this. Well, I'll be asleep. But if you're going to stay up overnight for some flurries, that's cool. But check out the mountains. It's just ripping in the mountains. Heavy snow falling. It's going to keep falling all the way until probably tomorrow morning. But it is insane the amount of snow that's going to be falling. Man, I'm super surprised by Alabama. But check it out. This is the amount of snow that's predicted to fall. I think it might be a little overdone here, east maybe in the plateau of Tennessee. I don't know if 3 inches is going to fall. I don't know. We'll know more in the coming hours. I'll tell you that. As the sun begins to go down, the temperatures begin to plummet, and the ground temperatures begin to drop, and snow can accumulate much faster. But obviously, a lot of snow in the higher elevations of the mountains. But check out these little areas of down here, and that's just depicting maybe those flurries escaping containment and getting down here. And I don't think any accumulations are going to fall down this way. But again, you just never know with this kind of setup. But that's all I got, guys. For you out there getting flurries, I'm obviously bummed here in central South Carolina. I never expected anything from this storm anyways. But good for y'all, guys. I'm glad y'all are seeing some snow. I am jealous of y'all. But hopefully we can get a board-wide event, and this is definitely a surprise event for some outside the mountains, especially, as I've mentioned many times, northern Alabama and potential northern Georgia later tonight. But that's all I got. Y'all have a blessed and safe night.